Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, what we're going to do, these three topics only we're going to review. Okay, so the first one, duplicate elements in array. So how to check the duplicate elements in array? This is the most important interview question. So mostly many of the companies asking these kind of interview questions. Okay, so in these three patterns, we will receive the input. Okay, so first one will be the like it's a array. Okay, all the type will be the array. In the next video, I'll post that how to check from the string. Okay, so here it is like a array. In this 532124 is given. So first one I'm going to take the duplicate value using the collection. Okay, so this one I'm going to take out the duplicates using collection interface. Okay, next one, it is like a array which is given here as array. In this also we can using collection also we can do that. In this we can go with the like a for loop and if conditions, like that we can take this. Okay, so in this for loop and if condition. Okay, so the third one, in this we will take out using the for loop. Okay, so there is no difference between this and this is a supporting only. Why? Because if you are doing this with a set, in the sense, if your interviewer is asking without using collection, how will you do? In the sense, you need to go for the for loop only. Why? Because whether we are going to apply this in the real time or not, that is secondary. They will check your logics only. So what logic you are following to get the output, that is the important thing. Okay, so for that only we are coding the like using the for loop and the collection, whatever that each and every person will apply in the different manner, but the panelist will check that what is the logic you are using, what is your understanding on the particular program. That is the important thing. Even though if you are not getting the output, if you are explaining the logic correctly, in the sense, your panelist will think like, okay, he is good in the logic, so we can move to the next level, like that. So the logic is more important than writing the program. Okay, so the logic can be applied in the like other scenarios also. That is the reason. Okay, so let's start the program. So first we going to take this as in the collections, right? So I'm just, so what collection interface I'm going to use here, in the sense, set. Okay, set. Why we are using set? In the sense, set will not allow duplicates. So that is the reason we're going to apply set here. So whatever the value we have, that is the input. If you are going to pass that input in the set, in the sense, obviously the set will going to remove the duplicate value. So it's very simple. That is the reason we're going to use set interface instead of other interface like list. So here we'll start. First I'm just writing the set interface. In this, it's an integer value, no? So I'm just mentioning as integer, like I'm giving the name as set. I'm just storing in this hash set. Okay, I'm going to import this set from Java util package. Okay, then I'm just going for this for loop. As we discussed in this map interface also, in these collections we are using like a for loop, like a for each loop. Okay, so I'm storing the values in this for each loop. Here the value present in this number of array only. So instead of set, we need to change that as number. Here it is present as I'm just changing that as values. Okay, so what next? Here in set, one method will be there, so that is called add. So using this method we can add some values in the set. Okay, Okay, for that purpose only we using this set. Okay, for that purpose only we are using this add method in the set interface. So once we declared this set, and then we going for the for each loop to iterate all the values one by one. In that we are going to add the values in the set interface. So for that, just mention this name, what name here given, set dot the method add. So here add will be added in this. Here if you are checking this, it will be asking the integer, right? So here integer add all is another method. I'll tell you the difference between add and add all. So here it is mentioned as the integer. Why it is mentioned as integer? In the sense here we declared the integer value only, so that is the reason it is asking the integer. If you are mentioning is a string, in the sense it will ask the string. Okay, the return type of this is the boolean. So it is an important thing. The return type is the boolean. It's not like a string anything. So boolean in the sense, if you are storing this value in something, that should be boolean, and you if you are printing in the system.out.println, your value will be true or false only. You will not get the whatever the output you are expecting, that you will not get. Okay, to overcome that, so I'm just adding in this. So another one I said like I'll just tell you the difference, right? So add in the sense, if you are going to add some values, okay, like array of value, string of value, in the sense that time we will be go for add method. Add all in the sense it is a collection in the sense it's nothing but, here you have a set interface. Set is the this interface is present from the collection, right? So in this set interface we will have, it's imagine it is a first set interface. Then I'm having like another one interface which is called as set2. Okay, so set2, here I'm having set2. For this now I'm commenting. So if now I'm going to add this set in this set2, in the sense that time we will go for add all method. So the like the concept is, whenever we are using the collection, whenever we are going to add two collection, that time we need to go for add all. Whenever we are going to add only the values, whether it is string or the numbers, that time we need to go for add. Okay, so this is the difference between add and add all. It's the same for the list collections also, queue collections also, map interface also. Okay, so whatever that interface, whenever we are using another one collection, that time we will be going for add all method. If it is only the value, we will go for add method. Okay, so that is the difference. So it's back to the topic. So here I'm just adding that set add. In this, what value I'm going to add here? So values. So because this number is stored in this values only. Okay, for this for each loop I'm just stored in this values only. So here I'm just stored in this. If I'm taking this like if I'm printing this, we will get the output as true or false only, right? But we don't get why it's printing in the multiple times, in the sense we have like 7 values. So the 7 values it's checking. So first value 5, only one time is present, 2 sorry true, and then 3 true, 2 is true, and 1 is true. Again the 2 is coming here, so it's printing as false because already 1 2 is there, and 4 is coming. So this is the first time the 4 comes, so here true. Next time also the 4 is coming, so it's printing as false. Okay, so which means whenever the repeated value is comes, the output will be false. If it is that only one time occurred, if it is like the value will be true. Okay, so how to print the value in the console? For that I'm just going to add one if loop, if condition here. So in this if condition I'm going to mention this one. So whatever that we had, I'm just mentioning here. Here I'm just going to mention as false. So So here I'm just mentioned as false. What is the meaning for this? Set dot add values. If the values is false, then I need the values here, which means if the values is false in the sense if the value is repeated, which if that is repeated, I need the values here. So now I'm printing that just to check that 2 is the repeated one. 2 times the 2 is there and 4 is the values here. For example, here I'm just adding double 2 times 5 and 3. Okay, so already 3 also present here, 5 also present here. So if you're checking this, 5 2 times is there, right? So that is the reason it's coming twice, and 3 also one duplicate is there. So that is the reason 1 3 is coming here. Okay, so this is the way we can do. In this, some of the panelists will ask, I don't want the duplicate, remove the duplicate value and print other values. Okay, so you understood the logic here. We taken out that duplicate numbers alone. Okay, so here whatever the value is present, we taken out the duplicate numbers alone, but here the original number is not printed in the console. So some of the panelists will ask that to print the original values. Okay, to for that what we need to do, just print that in this sysout. You need to print this in the outside of the loop. Okay, so inside of the loop we're not going to print because we're going to print the set here. If you printed the set here, the set, because the set only we added all values, right? So I added the all values, set nature is set will not allow duplicate. Okay, so if I'm printing this, see here 1 2 3 4 5, even though multiple times the value is repeated, it will remove all the duplicates. It will take only one occurrence and it will print in this 1 2 3 4 5 original characters alone it is printing here. So that's all. Okay, so like this way only we need to taken out that duplicate values. Hope you understood this program, and if you have any doubt in this, you just mention in the comment box. Okay, so second thing, we will move this. Okay, our second condition, for loop and if condition, using that we are going to achieve this one. Okay, so here it is present in the array. Okay, so Java, SQL, Python, JS, Java. So here the Java is the repeated value. Okay, so what we going to do, first we will going to create one for loop, and again we going to create another for loop. Why we are going to create two for loop, I'll explain. So what I'm going to set here, I'm going to make this outer for loop as 0th index and this inner for loop as first index. For that I'm just going to mention I plus 1. Okay, so what happened here, j equal to 0, which means j will be the Java, then sorry I will be the Java, and they j equal to I plus 1. I plus 1 in the sense 0 plus 1 is the SQL. So when I equal to Java, j will be SQL. Okay, so the iteration will be happen. So once the inner for loop is the once this looping is completed, again it will come for I equal to 2, sorry I plus 2. So 2 in the sense Python. So Java and Python will be checked, and JS, so Java and JS will be checked, and last Java and Java will be checked. So when here the j equal to 0, sorry I equal to 0 and j equal to 4, like I plus 4, 0 1 2 3 4, right? Fourth index will be there. That time it will found the duplicate, so it will print that. Okay, so for that, if array of I dot equals array of j, array of I and array of j is equals in the sense that is the duplicate value. So I'm going to store in that one string value because this is a string, right? So here I'm just mentioning as duplicate equal to array of I. Okay, so we can take like this or else I'm just printing here using the boolean condition, boolean, just mentioning status or result. Okay, just mentioning the result as false here. If array of I and array of j equals in the sense, if both are equals in the sense, result will be true. Okay, so what we going to check? Duplicate only. If both are true, both are equal in the sense, the result will be true, right? So here what I'm going to do in this for loop, I'm just completing this one, and here I'm going if result equal to true, I need array of I. Okay, so I'm just printing like that. So I need array of I here. In the loop, outside of the loop, so here I'm just checking the duplicate values or Java. Why? Because the Java only repeated. If I'm just adding the SQL here, SQL I'm adding here. So this duplicate value is SQL is coming, right? So in order to get both values, you just add here the dup also. Okay, for if you adding like that, you will be getting Java and SQL. Why? Because whenever that repeated, the duplicate will be repeated, it will store the last duplicate value only. If we mentioned only the duplicate equal to array of I, if you mentioned that duplicate equal to dup, why? Because here that empty value we have created, the first duplicate will be stored in this empty value plus second duplicate is coming in the sense that also will be stored. If you want to like uh, if you want some space in the sense, you can mention like this. Okay, so Java and SQL like that will be printed. So this is the second program, and the third one, so using for loop alone, right? So I'm just printing that using for loop. So if you're checking this both value will be same. So this number equal to 5 3, that also the number only, this also the numbers only. Okay, so here the find I have mentioned as array in this number only is there. So I'm just mentioning that for loop. So the same way I'm just going to store this one, like this is the I 0 and I plus 1 will be the 3. So I'm just checking 2 and 3 is equal or not, like that. Okay, so if I'm checking that 2 and 3 is equal in the sense, it needs to be printed as duplicate. If it is not equals, it will go for the next number, it will check with the next number. Okay, if find a file. See, this is the numeric values, right? Here we cannot use this equals or contains, like that it will not be supported. For that we just going to use double equal, find of j. If both are same, I'm just storing in that. Mm, I'm just mentioning this as box, like 0. So the beginning value will be mentioned as the 0. Here box equal to find of I. Okay. So one thing you need to remember here, what is this? Here we are used to that dup equal to dup plus a array of I, right? But here we cannot use this box equal to box plus find of I. Why? Because this is value mentioned as 0, right? So whatever the value you are adding, 0 plus 2, in the sense your value will be changed as 2. The next iteration it will come here, already in the box 2 will be present, right? So 2 present, again it will be added with the plus, in the sense 3 will be added, again the value will be changed as 5. So it's not our scope, right? Our scope will be need to check the duplicates. So whenever you added the value, just to print the okay. So whenever you added the value, just print that in the system.out.println. Here I am printing that first iteration it's just taking duplicate numbers are 2. So here 2 is present, 2 is the duplicate one, and it's taking 3. 3 is checking with other characters, 3 is the duplicate one, and 4 there is no other 4, so it's not a duplicate one, and checking 5, 5 also duplicate one, and checking 6, 6 also duplicate one. So like this way it will check the duplicates in the next numbers. So here the logics we need to remember that whenever we are going to check with next values, you can use this kind of inner and outer for loop. It will be very easy. And sometimes if you're not comfortable with the inner and outer for loop, you going to use with a single for loop, in the sense you can mention here as find of I equal to find of I plus 1. Okay, so if you're mentioning like this also, it will be having the same value only. Why? Because I equal to 2, I plus 1, in the sense 3, right? What we mentioned here, the same will be here also coming. So like this way, if you are checking that, the value will be same. So here 5 5 is there, and the 6 will be there, like that. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts in this, you just print in the comment box. So thank you for your time.